Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo, and welcome to my scrapbook table. This layout is for Scraplift Crafternoon, where a group of us choose something to scraplift and share our results. And we are lifting one of our own today. Kristen has a birthday this month, so we are scraplifting this great layout of hers. I was actually going to almost completely lift it and use the same material that I know I have, but when I went to do it, I couldn't find that material, so I had to switch gears a little bit, and I chose to work with this stuff, which I bought at a local, I was at a crop, and there's a giveaway table, but there's also a garage sale table, and a local scrapbooker I know, Marcia, had this on her place to sell things, so I bought this from her. There's a little bit of 49 a Market I was showing you there as well. I bought that on clearance at the Butler, Pennsylvania store called Scrapbook Superstation. So I ended up needing to make this a double page spread in order to make it work for what I had. I used these dies from Hey Little Magpie to create some border pieces there, and I'm sorry, I forgot at the beginning to cover up their address on the invitation, so I had to go through and edit and put that mark over their address. I don't like doing that, but it was the only way to make this work unless I just tossed the whole layout or the whole video. So here we go. I've matted things in black. I also used some I don't know, copper color tape to create a border between the two pieces, the floral and then the black and white. And I'm trying to get these straight. I struggled a bit. You'll see at one point I pull one off and fix it. There we go. I'm still working on birthday pictures from Alabama. And this is the invitation we got, and I have a photo of Dan and I together with the birthday girl, and then each of us individually, and Emily individually with the birthday girl. So this will be like kind of the beginning of this section of my album. And we were there several days, so this isn't going to be just 2 layouts or so from the party. We spent quite a bit of time with them. We don't get to see them very often, so we were trying to soak in that time together. And as I create this, next week we will get to see them again. We're excited about that. So there we go. And I'm sorry, I don't remember where the black and white pattern is from. I did end up, excuse me, trimming the 12 by 12s down so that I could put them on a black frame. I felt like I kind of grounded everything. It's busy paper. Both patterns are pretty busy, and it was bothering me, so I decided to try that, and I do like what that added to the layout. It made it feel, for some reason, it made it feel less busy in my brain. So I'm layering up those die cut pieces from the Hey Little Magpie die along with a piece from the 49 and Market. I think that's the Peach collection. I'm not sure, but I just pulled some random texture pieces out from there and added them as well because there is peach in these flowers. And I think the flower paper, hang on 1 minute and I can tell you for sure. It is from Paige Evans and it's called Garden Shop. And then I completely forgot that I had the foam stickers, which I had been planning to use one for a title, and that didn't happen because they were kind of out of sight, out of mind. I need to get better about that when I'm in the midst of making a layout and the video. Sometimes I just forget what my plans were and what I had out to use. And I am adding just another little piece of black up there because I felt like that piece ended abruptly and needed a little bit more. And at the end of this video, you're going to see that the still shots at the end, and I do slow those down, look a bit different than how the layout ends up in the video part. And that is because once I was all done, I was really unhappy with it. It wasn't how I envisioned it. And not only that, I just didn't like it. And part of that was because I didn't have any embellishments, like flower embellishments that went with the collection. So I ended up fussy cutting a bunch of flowers from another piece of paper and adding those. And then I took some various green scraps from my scrap drawer and I put it through my die cut machine with a bunch of different dies and cut some different leaves, and I layered those up as well. And I was much happier with the end result than what you'll see at the end of the video part. So I do slow that down and show you. So now I'm tucking in a little envelope and layering some of these pieces on. That ends up getting completely covered up, that little tiny piece I just put there. And this one just says notes. And I forget what that one says. And now it's covered up so you can't see it. So now is where I went haywire with this 49 and Market stuff. I pulled way too much of it out. I put too much of it on the page. I ended up removing some and covering some up. So I'm happy with the end result, but I wasted a lot of time and effort because all these little butterflies, I put dimensional adhesive, little tiny pieces on the wings and even on some of the leaves. So that took quite a long time and I wouldn't have needed to do it. I could have just done, half of what I got ready. But anyway, live and learn. See, I have them all lined up across the top of the screen there because I've put the dimensional adhesive on and I'm thinking about where I'm going to put them. And this is where I realized that I had not covered their address up. So now you can see that I have covered it up so we can get rid of the white blotchy mark on there. Now I'm doing a little bit of journaling that I wasn't sure where to put it, but I ended up putting it on the bottom right. It says, when this invitation arrived in the mail, I immediately knew I needed to go. In fact, all three of us flew to Alabama to celebrate Anna's 7th birthday. It was wonderful to be there. And so there's where I decided to put that. And I think it's a little bit crooked, but I can peel it up and fix that. As you can see from the invite, it was a Bluey birthday party. I didn't do Bluey birthday pages because, first of all, I don't have anything Bluey other than the invite. And I didn't want to buy more stuff just for that. So I picked this product because while the colors are a little more intense than what's in the invitation, they're the same colors. There's pink, there's peach, there's green, and there's blue. And all of that worked together with this pretty Paige Evans floral paper. And yes, I am putting way too many of these 49 and Market embellishment laser cut pieces on here. They don't go with it well. They don't fit the theme. I don't know where my brain was. But anyway, it turned out all right. The still shots are coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to see the difference once I add the florals. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm really grateful that you're here and that you come and visit my channel. The fact that people come and watch my videos and watch me scrapbook just makes me smile. So thanks for coming. If you're new, I hope you feel welcome and come back. Here are the still shots that I'm much happier with. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you get to scrapbook something of your own very soon. Bye-bye.